So yeah, I promised them that we'd be back to the boat when we came back. So
You're a man of your words, Zerf, and I appreciate that.
yeah. Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the boat. I'm Zerfall.
Oh, I'm Bobo the Vulture.
And we're actually going to go sailing away from here. We've decided what we've got to do, and what we've got to do is actually finish the ice cave. We were very, very close to being done. I'm sure some people were screaming at their screens. No, wait, just go one more room over.
I mean, I was doing that a little bit, but it was getting late, and, the video was getting long, and some of us were getting dead.
Getting dead, yeah. We didn't want
some
Bobo
of us
falling
were
behind an
busy
experience.
living, and the others were getting busy dying. All right, this is
on our way.
This is a really unfortunate Wikipedia hole I've gotten down now. Oh, okay.
I've never noticed this, but is the red mage wearing a bandana? Like over his
Is
mouth?
the red mage wearing a bandana?
We'll have to
Over
see.
his mouth. Oh, you know, I always thought he sort of looked like he was, yeah, like he had a balaclava or whatever. Or not balaclava. So go over your head.
So, just real quick, we're going to talk to this prince.
I feel fine now, thank you.
This guy's just like, hey, it's going to be great. Thank you. Peace will return to Elfland. TM.
Oh, man, Elfland, yeah, like they had it like with the, like it was all one word, but they used capitalization to split the letters as like a branding thing.
A bunch of these people are like, hey, this guy's awake. Thanks so much.
Thanks to Prince being awake. Bye.
This is the tomb.
The tomb's gonna say anything different?
Oh, we gotta go around.
Intro per some.
So this is what's weird is that you don't really have a reason to come back here, but this is where the clues is at.
This is where the clues is at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy up here is like, he's tripping out.
I mean, it's 420, dude.
Yeah. I can see a cave above the crescent to the north of the volcano, Volcano. There you will find the floater. Someone forgot to flush.
Yep. Got some floaters happening.
And this guy's just like, legend says the airship's buried somewhere.
Yeah. So, you were telling me earlier that, oh, by the way, the prince must wake soon or the dark elf will dominate.
Oh no, why is this guy still talking about that?
This guy's not been keeping up with current events.
No, he hasn't.
But you were telling me a little bit earlier that, you know, it's interesting, but maybe it's just because, you know, this was one of the first games with this kind of depth, and it was also kind of, you know, there was like time and budget issues involved with this game because they were thinking this might be the swan song, but that at least for the American version of this game, or the English language version of this game, some of the dialogue got all swapped around.
Yeah, there's like people aren't saying things they should be saying. According to an article I just read a little while ago. Or like, so they made some of the clues really, really ham-fisted, and then they made other ones really more subtle, I guess, than what they were in the original. And then other ones are just like, seem like they're swapped in the wrong spots and stuff like that. So who knows if that one was supposed to be...
Yeah, like I feel like those two elves, or at least one of them, the one that was like, I see a crescent, I see a cave above the crescent, the floater will be there. Like, I feel like probably that should have been, you know, we walked around and talked to all the sages, and none of them had anything new to say. I feel like maybe one of them was supposed to be
swapped.
Yeah.
Swapped.
Trolls like, I can't believe I'm hanging out with these bulls. Ah.
They convinced me that no one wears pants. The only thing protecting my privates is shadows.
Do you realize how small your privates have to be for them to appear to be shadows? Oh, I'm never gonna live this down.
Now, so apparently this woman here is supposed to be talking about her husband only sleeping and stuff. What's she gonna say? Yeah, you can do it.
You can do it, Light Warriors. Allow me to introduce you to Adam Sandler.
This guy finally woke up.
For
10
10
years, I
years,
probed.
probed for the floater.
Interesting. No wonder why your wife doesn't want to be near you.
Canoe north to the ice cave.
So there's our clues that we should be going to the ice cave next. I mean, at least he was in the town that...
Yes, but like his whole deal makes sense now. However, I guess, you know, like, this is early enough on, and you have this weird sort of like split between people in town saying something different and a lot of them just not.
Like,
So
never caring
you
that the issue was resolved.
Yeah, eventually you eventually get to the point where like you're like, no, talking to the townspeople is just for like, you know,
the stuff happening right now. We'll get to another town and they'll tell us what's going on for that one.
Yeah, or that it's like, oh, this is just, you know, for extra sort of color or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not. Yeah, you just don't get to thinking, oh, this might actually be real news that you could use.
Well, and the thing is too is that like they only had so much memory to say what people were gonna say and whatnot. I remember that there's a bunch of old like Dungeons and Dragons games, CRPGs, where like they're pretty much like there's a little bit of flavor text in the game, and then they're like, oh, this is part of the story. You enter into the cave and see a cleric. Read paragraph 97. And then you get the booklet out. You flip through to page paragraph 97 and you read it. And it's like, here's the story. It's in a separate book because we couldn't fit it in the game. But it goes into much more detail than these sort of games did.
Dang it, what are you monsters doing striking first? And poisoning us. Stop it. Hey, poisonos. It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
If we were closer to... I guess we have 50 of these. Probably good for the rest of the game.
Oh, I don't know about the rest of the game.
If we were closer to the lava, I would have just left them poisoned and been like, I don't know if you can take more than 1 damage per step, even if you're poisoned and on lava.
Alright. We're about to run across some ice lava. I'm gonna guess that it's just supposed to be ice that's so cold it hurts to stand on.
Maybe.
Which, I mean, if you were barefooted, would just be ice.
Alright, so, I mean, we did most of this cave last time.
Or cabins or anything?
Yeah. I just noticed Earth's kind of beat up.
Sorry you're so beat up, Zerf.
It's okay. I'm stunned by your compassion.
Sorry, maybe I'll save it for an introduction sometime. All the exciting new news. Actually, no. Why bother waiting for that? So, folks, earlier, Zerf and I were off camera discussing different video modes that different consoles can operate in. Specifically talking about like what kind of quality of video that you could get out of a PlayStation 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought I was going to whip out this little bit of knowledge and say, oh, you know, there's only like 2 games for the PlayStation 2 that if you've got a component video cable that you can actually get like 720 HD video out of. So I was wrong on all fronts. For one, it is 1080i that you can actually get out of these games, but there's only 5 of them, but there's a full 5 of them. I thought there was just Gran Turismo 4 and something else, There were only two, but Gran Turismo 4 is one of them, so I was aware of that, and I'll pat myself limitedly on the back for that. Tourist Trophy is another one, because it was built off of the same game engine. It was just a motorcycle racing game.
Oh no!
Oh no? People getting rubbed out already? No. Zerf, you've been turned to stone. I think he'll come back after the battle. But,
yeah, but he was going to cast Fire 2, and it would have been awesome.
Yeah. Stone, dude.
I guess he should have been casting Lit instead.
Yes, that would have been more appropriate. Sorry, just I got a text from Bean, and my phone appeared to have no idea of how to let me respond to it. It's like it'll give you the little text field and you can start typing in, and then like it seemed to realize like halfway through me typing a quick response that was like, oh wait, the phone is supposed to be locked. I shouldn't really be letting you do that. And so it just like made the text field and everything I was doing just disappear. It's like, oh great, now I have to open up the phone, unlock it, do all the rest of that stuff again. So to resolve the cliffhanger about HD games on the PlayStation 2, so it was Gran Turismo 4, which was the last Gran Turismo game on PlayStation 2. Tourist Trophy, which is based off that same engine. NHL 2004, which I'm wondering now, was that the last NHL game that came out on PlayStation 2? It couldn't have been. But did have 1080i graphics, which is unusual, but like EA, they're a big producer, and the sports games are big business, even if they don't hold collector value or anything. Valkyrie Profile 2, Silmeria, which was a big Square Enix RPG title. And it came out in like late 2006, 2007, depending on your market. So that's like late in the PlayStation 2 life cycle. So I'm like, okay, that all makes sense. And then the fifth one was Jackass the game, which, now that I look at it, came out in 2007 as well. So it was also towards the end of the PlayStation 2 like timeline. But still, I'm like, Jackass the game, that's the one where they're like, we need to make sure that everyone can see every last excruciating detail of all of the Jackass cast, excluding Bam Margera, who does not appear in the game due to contractual commitments with Activision. Because that is something else that comes up in the Wikipedia article, which led me even further down the hole, because like now I'm wondering, like, was there like a Viva La Bam game that Activision made or something like that? So then you have to go to Bam Margera's Wikipedia page, go down to the other projects tab, and no, it just turns out. Oh, what's that?
And find out what video game he was in.
Yes. Turns out he's been in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8? Yeah, something like that. Because he's been in like every Tony Hawk Pro Skater game since Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
Ah.
So Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, Tony Hawk Underground 2, American Wasteland, Project 8, and Proving Ground. And then he also voiced a character in the video game Scarface, The World Is Yours. So he's been in like a million video games. It's just they're all Tony Hawk games. So if you just were like, yeah, I never really got into those Tony Hawk games, it's also like jaw-dropping to be like, oh yeah, there were like maybe 10 or so Tony Hawk games over the years.
I have no idea what I just picked up.
Oh. Just in the treasure chest, or?
Yeah, there was something in the second one, and I just completely glossed over it somehow.
Oops.
Also, if we come across any more mages, we're just running away, because I remember now that's what rubbed out Bobo.
Yes, that is what rubbed out Bobo. Alright, so Tony Hawk's Proving Ground was the 9th game in that series. But let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, wrong
9.
way. So much for remembering all the best ways to go.
So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 different Tony Hawk games. Sure. There are 15 Tony Hawk games, everybody. This
That's
is the
an awful
information.
lot of Tony Hawk.
Well, I mean, you know, like you think, oh, well, that's so many, and then you realize, well, you know, like they make an NHL or an NBA or an NFL every year. And I don't necessarily like they don't make a Tony Hawk game every year, so theoretically, probably they like have some stuff that they can sort of change around and do a little differently. I'm
That's
sure
true.
that there's like a game enough of updates. You know, just give people new and exciting and different skate parks and a new, I don't know, special guest skater every time or something. I mean, I'm not gonna be a Tony Hawk pro hater.
If you were a pro hater, though, you'd be getting paid for it.
Yeah, I can't have that much negativity in my life.
All right, here's the hole.
That's the hole that you got to go down. Yep, there it is, right there in the middle. Now, did you save after? Yeah, you saved after we got back out of the out of the cave alive.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So now everybody's levels are off, but we have managed to go through this cave again, like lending some credence to the theory that people should go through these caves twice, like once to get all the gear and second to
Yeah.
actually accomplish the objective.
Do you think any of these special... does this guy count as a magic user? We're about to get in a spike trap fight.
Oh, make sure that your fighter is healed up.
Yeah, he's at... Well, he's not maxed out, but he's at 433.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's still over the regular amount or whatever.
There we go. Oh no, it's an eye! An evil eye.
Yeah, now you were talking about like how the the odd eyes looked weird or looked scary. This guy looks scary. He's like a weird ass bulging eye monster with teeth.
We're all easy to dodge now. Yeah, but the eye isn't like one giant eye and one tiny eye with a lot of veins. Okay, he didn't even get to attack. We really probably didn't need to up our...
Hey, but we like to float them.
Yeah, in the treasure box we found a floater. But there's no way out other than dropping back down and running through all this crap again. Oh no, these guys are back.
Well, let's, I guess, fight them. I'm guessing you're gonna harm them up.
Oh yeah. Well,
no,
actually no, because I used all the harms up.
You're gonna burn them.
Oh,
you don't
give
have the
ourselves some
ability to
dodge
use
powers.
super harm yet.
Well, I'll never will because we passed up getting harm for cure magic.
At some point in time, you got to be able to get a harm 3 or something. Though I suppose I should get out Magic Fac or something like that now. And I've closed up all the tabs about Bam Margera. I hope I'm pronouncing Bam's name right because, you know, I don't mean any disrespect to the man.
I'm just curious if there's anything classy over here, if it's all a trap. It's all a trap!
Stay classy.
Oh no! Get out of here. Oh no! Good. They did manage to rub one out. Now, it turns out this whole time that Zerf had Cure 3 as well, and we weren't using it. It's this way.
Excuse me.
There's some GURP pedes here.
GURP pedes? Oh. Switch back just in time to not see whatever a GURP pede is.
They're green and or great centipedes? Or millipedes? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're just some kind of peds. Delicious grape petties.
Hey,
Tastes
we made
like
it.
purple feet.
Oh, you fool! We were gonna let you live, but not anymore.
You know, he thought he might be okay.
They've killed hundreds of my kind. I can't not try to destroy them. Oh no, they killed me too!
Well, I mean, you know, at a certain point, then you've got to think, well, it's not like I'm going to get out of this alive. I could at least attempt to strike a blow for all Grimp kind.
Oh man, I hope at some point they have some wizard imps that are just called wimps.
Now, I believe that is a joke that gets made if you use whatever version of this same randomizer that allows for, like, creative dialogue or text swaps. They will change at least one of the imp types to imp.
Maybe the gray imp is a white imp now. He fell down a chasm and came back.
Woo!
How are we even being attacked by these fish in a boat?
Fish?
Like, they either
I
jump
mean,
up to attack us in the boat and land in the boat.
Yeah.
Or, like, I just don't get it.
Also, I guess if you folks really liked the boat music in this game,
Too bad.
I mean, I did. I thought it was a really good theme, but what happens now?
Well, what happens now is we go back to Elfland real quick.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't know what to do. And, well, do you know what? The first thing we should do is talk to Floaty McFlutterson
could you
over
do me
here.
a favor? When you're going back to Elfland, would you mind attempting to circumnavigate the globe by heading east?
Oh, sure.
To reach Elfland?
All right, so we're not kind enough to tell this guy we found the floater. I've been looking for it
yeah.
for 10 years. Oh, well, keep looking. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, and like theoretically, like you should be just like walking by him, just like your armor seems to be just trying to rise off of you because you've got it hidden under your shirt. It's like, oh yeah. That's right, we gotta use force only for just purposes.
Yep. And we're the ones that get to decide what that is. Burn everything up. Too bad he burned herself up.
That was a sick burn. Got locate and crush some fiends. Earth, fire, wind, water.
Yeah, nothing new here. So the one thing is too is that like sideways, the warrior looks like he's wearing boots, but when he walks down, he looks like he's wearing leggings.
You think so?
I think so. It's a little.
It's all on the wrist. Punch kick. It's all in the mind.
Oh no, this isn't what I want. No, not like this.
Not this way. Sorry, guys. You have officially become not worth our time status, apparently. I mean, it might have been actually faster just to beat those trolls.
I don't know. Bobo ran on the first try, so.
I suppose.
He obviously agrees with my methods.
Might have been.
How far off are we here? Oh, we've made it around.
Oh man, we can do it, everybody. Gotta do is believe in yourself. And in the theory that the world is round. Or,
it's more of a Taurus?
Yeah. Well, you know. Unfortunately, they're about to stop selling those. They're actually going to stop selling any of their any of their cars and only start selling crossovers, with the exception of the Mustang.
I did hear about that actually.
Yeah, real shame.
Oh, these
Oh, wait, are you
guys.
going to be able to actually dock to Elfland from the
There is in fact
outside of the
a they
Great
have
Central
2
Lake?
ports.
Oh, right, they have that one port that you never know what you're going to be able to do with until this part of the game.
All right, let's see if the you've been
It's
awake for a while
Elfland.
now. Days probably.
I feel fine now, thank you.
At least he doesn't feel asleep.
Yeah, he doesn't feel sleepy or feel asleep. Maybe these people that knew about the floater will have something to tell us now.
Hey, you still care about that one guy?
In the desert south of the crescent, something is emerging from below the sand. Use the floater!
Interesting. What about this guy up here? What did you say? The airship's buried somewhere. This is the other guy.
Everything's buried somewhere, right? It's gotta be.
It's clearly not out in the open. That's what we know.
Yeah. We would have seen that.
I think there is a closer
river to the desert above the crescent.
below.
Let's take a look at the map real quick, just so that we can see what they're talking about here.
Oh yeah, there's
So
one right
where's
below the crescent.
Oh yeah, I see. The crescent is around the town, so yeah. Clumsy me. But yeah, down here. Yes, I was looking at this and thinking, yeah, at some point in time, this looks just too suspicious.
Where's that use it? How are you supposed to know where to use it?
Well, you just use it, man.
Either
There
I
should
was in
be
the
a
exact right
surprise.
spot. Oh, mysterious rock. I guess you just have to be in here, yeah, in general. Now here's the thing.
There's the airship theme.
I
Yep,
thought
you
there
can't
was-
put it back down where you got it up.
Where it took off from. I thought there was one place on the desert where you could. Maybe that's in one of the remakes of the games. Oh well.
Well,
So
grooving
this is
now.
the new music you get to listen to, everybody.
Grooving tonight. Everybody ahead. Groove Factor 5. Oh, now you can go back to the cheapest inn. Every
All
time.
right. Can't land on concrete. It would damage the finish. Yeah, let's rest. Or where he heads. 12 gold.
Useful. 12 gold.
Oh, and
Got
look,
all
it made
the
our
monies.
number nice and repetitive.
239.
why I
Oh,
came
that's
here.
awesome. That's like a note to end a video on.
Yeah.
I actually don't know how long we've been
No,
recording.
this is a good time. So we've managed to defeat the ice cave, and next time, man, all the wells are just ordinary wells. There's got to be one
Find an
somewhere.
ordinary well. Just an ordinary well.
We've got 2 orbs. Where it's at, I got 2
2
lit
orbs
orbs
is
and a new airship. And next time we'll be exploring the northern continent, I suppose. It's only
Seems like that's all there is for it.
there we go. That's the right spell. B and select, not select and B. There's all kinds of little glowing dots up there to check out, and I believe it looks like we've been to all of the glowing dots on this continent, so there's not something hidden somewhere that we haven't been to. So
I believe you are right. So it's just a matter of which of the dots do we want to go to? Do we want to go to the dots on the bird? Do we want to go to any of the dots on that blobbish North America? What do we want to
looking
do?
thing.
Or I mean,
Yeah.
the Americas.
It's weird because, well, I mean, I would think that we want to go to that one that's the closest on the right, just because it's bigger and also the
It's 2
closest one to where you get the
pixels instead
airship,
of 1.
I guess. It's got to be a town of some kind if it's 2 across. Oh well, we'll find out next time.
Bye.